Joining me in studio is Spencer, Peter, and Katie with the Character Council of Western New York. So Peter, what is the Character Council of Western New York?
The Character Council of Western New York is a 501c3 nonprofit. It's volunteer-driven, community-wide initiative to foster good character. There was a great need for it in our schools and our businesses. So they had a summit of hundreds of people, up to 500 people, that met in Hamburg.
Wow. And
through their board of directors and their committees, they created the Character Council of Hamburg. It was incorporated in July of 2001. And then with more work reaching out to schools and communities, we became the Character Council of Western New York in 2010. Wow. Which is really our DBA, our doing business as. So officially we're still Character Council of Hamburg, but doing business as Character Council of Western New York.
Wonderful. And what is the mission of the Character Council of Western New York?
Well, the mission basically is to create a culture of character. People were concerned that TV, movies, music were determining the culture that our children were growing up in. So the mission became to create a culture of character, to have a definitive way of overarching the needs of what we felt our children need as they grow up. So creating a culture of character is the main idea, and starting with me, then we, and community. We start with us. We are all works in progress. We still have long ways to go. We recognize that. We are certainly not character police. We're out there to recognize you for doing good things. We're not out there to point fingers and say, you know, this and this and this.
We kind of have a similar mission, right? To encourage people to do the good things that you should do, right? And to build a stronger community. And I'm happy that we're finally able to sit down and have this conversation. Now, Katie, how do you plan on staying true to that mission as you move forward?
So we have focused a lot on schools and character education within schools. With our City of Good Neighbors initiative, we've started to expand that into the broader community. So we're going to continue our mission by supporting communities of character and supporting people in the community and in businesses that promote good character.
And that's wonderful. Now, you mentioned some partners and things that you work with. Who's working within your organization to make Buffalo a better place?
In the past, we've partnered with organizations such as the Buffalo Bills Alumni Association, West Her Auto Group, the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York, and we also have a group of ambassadors who are community leaders, business leaders, school leaders, that work with the board of directors to expand our reach.
And one of those is Kamieniarz Rodriguez, which we've had on the show. He's somebody who shows those characteristics that you guys are talking about, right? To be an ambassador? Absolutely.
And our ambassadors go through a process of, kind of applying to show how they enforce character in their daily lives.
Wonderful. Now, who can join, right? That leads to my next question. Spencer, who can join?
Well, the correct answer is anyone can join. One thing we started a little over a year ago now was the City of Good Neighbors initiative. What we heard often was, how can we get involved? Because we're so school focused, there is, maybe limited opportunities on the programmatic side, but the reality is we have supporters everywhere. We have ambassadors like Katie mentioned. We have corporate sponsors. We have individuals. There's two different levels as well. So anyone can get involved with the Character Council through the City of Good Neighbors.
Wonderful. Now, what is the City of Good Neighbors? You brought it up. What is that initiative? It's another extension of what you guys are doing, right?
Exactly. It's sort of the public-facing arm of what we do. So we do a number of fundraisers throughout the year, but this is really the chance to really join us from a cultural perspective. You get our newsletters. You learn about what we're doing all across the community, and we hope that more people will join us along the way.
Wonderful. And how can people get involved? Do they just reach out via website or social media?
People can check out our website. Generally, people that are interested make that known to us through the website or through one of our board of directors. And they can start with sending in a resume and a letter of intent, which would be followed by an interview with our nominations committee. And then we would invite them to the next board meeting to see how things work and how they go along. And then there would be an election taken by the board of directors to determine whether that person would be accepted on our board.
into the board as
But
well.
people can also volunteer. We have many committees for the events that we have, so anyone can volunteer for any of our events and be a part of that if they don't have the time to commit to being a board member.
Yeah, so leads me to the next question. If someone doesn't have the time to commit or maybe get involved, how can they donate? How can they get involved that way?
So we have a space on our website where anyone can donate. You can either donate just a dollar amount, or you can donate through the City of Good Neighbors by becoming either a neighbor or a friend of the Character Council. So we have a lot of opportunities in addition to just volunteering, if that may not be an option.
Wonderful. Now, I heard there's some events that are coming up. Can you tell me about the next event you have planned, Spencer?
Well, the next big one is we are planning a meat raffle. It will be coming next year, so it should be a great opportunity. It'll be our first time running one, so we have a lot of learnings, but we hope we have a lot of engagement as well.
Wonderful. Meat raffles are always a good time. You get to have fun and get to go home with a bunch of meat. Who doesn't like that, right? So anything you wanted to add to today's interview? I know we covered quite a bit.
Well, some of the other events we have, that'll be the next one, but then after that we have a scholarship dinner. We were lucky enough to be contacted by a man from out of state, actually Michigan, wanted to become involved with us and has offered and donated over the past 10 years a great amount of money for us to give scholarships to seniors in high school that go through a process of writing an essay dealing with character. So that would be following the meat raffle. And then we have a character chase the third Saturday of July. It's the same morning of Hamburg Burger Fest. So people come and race, and then they take part in the Hamburg Burger Fest, which is a great day. We've had wonderful weather, and we would like to see even more people come out and take part in that.
You're definitely out there having these core events, which are going to get people involved. And again, thank you for coming on the show. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Spencer, Katie, and Peter. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
When we return, it's time for Jordan's Good Events and News. Then we'll meet an inspiring group